Volume 2, The Book of the Secrets, a new commentary. Discourse number 22, given in Bombay, India.
The first question. Yesterday you said that one should hurry towards the goal, because whatever time we have is very little. However, some time back you had also told that the whole process of attaining the goal should be an effortless play. How would you reconcile the two words, hurry and play? Because the one who hurries never gets the joy of playing. The first thing, don't try to reconcile different techniques. When I say that don't be in a hurry, forget time completely. Don't be serious. Don't make any effort. Surrender. Be in a let go. This is a different technique. And this is suitable only for a part of humanity. All cannot do this technique. And the type of person who can do this cannot do the opposite one. This technique is for the feminine mind. All females are not feminine necessarily. All males are not male necessarily. So when I say a feminine mind, I don't mean females. Feminine mind means a mind who can surrender, who can be receptive, like a womb, who can be open, passive. Half of the humanity can be of this type. But the other half is totally opposite. As men and women are two halves of humanity. Just the same, feminine mind and masculine mind are two halves of the human mind. The feminine mind cannot make effort. If it makes effort, it will never reach anywhere. The effort will be the undoing for it. It will only create anguish and tension and no achievement. The very working of the feminine mind is to wait and allow things to happen. Just like a woman, even she is in love, she will not take the initiative. And if a woman takes initiative, you have to be every reason to be afraid and escape. Because that attitude is the male attitude. In the feminine body, there is a masculine mind, and you will be in difficulty. So if really you are male, immediately the woman will lose attraction. If you are feminine, the male in the body but feminine in the mind, only then you can allow a woman to take initiative, and you will be happy. But then physically she is woman and you are man, mentally you are feminine and she is man, she is male. She will wait. She will never utter the word I love you before you have uttered it and you have committed yourself. In the very waiting is the feminine power. Male mind is aggressive. It has to do something. It has to move and go and take initiative. The same happens on the spiritual path. If you have an aggressive mind, male mind, effort is necessary. Then make a hurry. Then don't lose time and opportunity. Then create an urgency and crisis so that you can put all your being into your effort. When your effort has become total, you will achieve. If your mind is feminine, then there is no hurry at all, there is no time. You may not have observed, or you may have observed, women have no sense of time. They cannot have. So the husband is standing outside the house and he's honking the horn that come down, and the wife says, I have told you 1,000 times that I am coming in 1 minute. For continuously 2 hours I am telling you I am coming in 1 minute. So don't get mad. Why you are honking the horn? Feminine mind cannot have the sense of time. It is the male aggressive mind who is time worried, time conscious. They are totally different. The feminine is not in any hurry. There is no hurry. Really, there is nowhere to reach. That's why women cannot create great leaders, great scientists, great warriors. They cannot create. And if sometimes there are freak women, they have male mind. Joan of Arc or Lakshmi Bai. They are only feminine in body. The mind is not feminine at all. It is masculine. Because there is no goal. And our world is man-oriented. So women cannot be really great in a man-oriented world. Because greatness is related to the goal. Some goal has to be achieved. Then you become great. And the feminine mind is not after any goal. Here and now she is happy. Here and now she is unhappy. There is nowhere to move. Feminine mind exists in the moment. That's why the feminine curiosity is never far away. It is always about the neighborhood. She is not interested in what is happening in Vietnam. She is interested in what is happening in the other house. The intimate, the here. The man looks absurd. Why you are worried? What Nixon is doing or what Mao is doing? The woman is interested in the love affairs that is going on in the neighborhood. She is curious about the near. The far is meaningless. Time doesn't exist. Time exists for those who have a goal to reach. Remember, time can exist only when you have to reach somewhere. If you don't have to reach anywhere, what is the meaning of time? Then there is no hurry. Look at this situation from a different angle. The East is feminine and the West is masculine. East has never been concerned much about time. West is mad after time. East has been very leisurely, moving slowly as if not moving at all. No change, no revolution. Such a silent evolution that it creates no noise anywhere. West is just mad. Everyday revolution is needed. And everything has to become a revolution. Unless everything is changing, it seems we are not going anywhere. We have become static. If everything is changing and everything remains in upheaval, then West feels that something is happening. And East thinks if there are upheavals, it means we are deceased. Something is wrong, that's why there is change. If everything is okay, there is no need for any revolution, for any change. Eastern mind is feminine. That's why in the East, we have praised all feminine qualities: compassion, love, sympathy, non-violence, acceptance, contentment, all feminine qualities. In the West, all the masculine qualities are praised: will to power, ego, self-estimate, independence, rebellion. These are the values praised there. In the East, obedience, surrender, acceptance. Basic attitude is feminine in the East and masculine in the West. These techniques are not to be compromised, are not to be in any way synthesized. The technique of surrender is for the feminine mind. The technique of effort, will, endeavor is for the masculine mind. And they are bound to be polar opposites. So if you make any synthesis between the two, you will create a hodgepodge, meaningless, absurd, and even dangerous. It will not be of use for anyone. So remember this. These techniques many times will look contradictory because they are meant to be for different types of minds. And there is no effort to make any synthesis. So if you feel something is contradictory, don't get uneasy about it. It is. And only very small minds become afraid of contradiction. Very small minds, petty minds. They become uneasy. They feel a discomfort. They think everything must be non-contradictory. Everything must be consistent. This is nonsense because life is inconsistent. Life is contradictory itself. So truth cannot be uncontradictory. Only lies can be uncontradictory. Only lies can be consistent. Truth is bound to be inconsistent because it has to cover everything that is in life. It has to be total. And life is contradictory. There is man and there is woman. What I can do and what Shiva can do. And man is totally polar opposite to woman. That's why they have attraction. Otherwise there will be no attraction. The difference, really the opposite type of being creates the attraction. The polar opposite becomes a magnetic force. And that's why when man and woman meet, there is happiness. Because two polar opposites when meet, they negate each other. They negate each other because they are opposites. They negate each other. And for a single moment when man and woman really meet, not just bodily, but totally, they are beings when meet in love. For a single moment, both disappear. Then there is neither man nor woman. Pure existence exists. That's the bliss of it. The same can happen within you also. Because deep analysis shows that within you also there is a polarity. Now modern deep psychoanalytic approaches have revealed that the conscious mind and the unconscious mind are polar opposites within you also. If you are man, your conscious mind is masculine. Your unconscious mind is feminine. If you are a woman, your conscious mind is feminine, your unconscious mind is masculine. The unconscious is the opposite of the conscious. In deep meditation, there comes a deep orgasm, intercourse, a love between your conscious and unconscious. They become one. When they become one, you attain to the highest bliss possible. So man and woman can meet in two ways. You can meet a woman outside you. Then this meeting can be only momentary. Very momentary. For a single second, the peak comes and then things start falling away. There is another meeting of man and woman that happens within you. Your conscious and unconscious mind meet. When this happens, this meeting can be eternal. The sexual pleasure is also a glimpse of the spiritual. Only momentary. But the real meeting when happens within, then it becomes samadhi, then it becomes a spiritual phenomenon. But you have to start from your conscious mind. So if your conscious mind is feminine, surrender will be helpful. And remember that being a woman is not necessarily synonymous with having a feminine mind. That creates a difficulty, otherwise everything will be very easy. Then women will follow the path of surrender and man will follow the path of will. But it is not so easy. There are women who have masculine minds. Their very approach towards life is aggressive. And they are growing every day. Women's lib movement will create more and more masculine women. They will be more and more aggressive. And the path of surrender will not be for them then. And because women are coming and becoming competitive with man, man is regressing from aggression. He is becoming more and more feminine. More and more, the path of surrender will be useful for man in the future. So you have to decide about yourself. And don't think in terms of valuation. Don't think that I am a man, so how I can have a feminine mind. You can have, and nothing is wrong in it. It is beautiful. And don't think that you are a woman, so how you can have a masculine mind. Nothing is wrong in it. It is beautiful. So be authentic towards your own mind and try to understand what type of mind you have. And then follow the path that is for you. And don't try to create any synthesis. So don't ask me how I am going to reconcile these two. I am not going. I am never for reconciliation. And I am not for non-contradictory statements. They are stupid and childish. Life is contradictory. And that's why life is alive. Only death is consistent and non-contradictory. Life lives through opposition, through encountering the opposite pole. And this opposition challenge creates energy. It releases energy. And life moves through it. And what Hegelians say, a dialectical movement. Thesis, antithesis. And then the synthesis again becomes a thesis and creates its own antithesis. And this goes on. Life is not monotonous. It is not logical. It is dialectical. You must understand the difference between logical and dialectical. The question is, because you think life is logical, so you ask how you will reconcile. Because logic always reconciles. Logic cannot tolerate the contradictory. Logic cannot tolerate the contradictory. Logic has to somehow explain that it is not contradictory. And if it is contradictory, then both cannot be true. Then one must be wrong. Both can be wrong, but both cannot be true. Logic tries to find out non-contradiction everywhere. Science is logical. And that's why science is not totally true to life. Cannot be. Life is contradictory, illogical. It works through the opposite. It is not afraid of the opposite. It uses the opposite. The opposite is only apparently opposite. Deep down they work together. It is dialectical, not logical. It is a dialogue between the opposites. A continuous dialogue. Think for a single moment, if there is no contradiction, life will be dead. Because from where will come the challenge? From where will come the attraction? From where will the energy be released? Monotonous. Dead. Life is possible only because of dialectics, because of the opposite. Man and woman is the basic opposition. And then the challenge creates the phenomena of love. And whole life moves around love. If your lover and you become so totally one that there is no gap at all, you both will be dead. You will not be able to exist there. You both will disappear from this dialectical process. You can exist only in this life if oneness is never total. And you have to move away again and again to come near. That's why lovers fight. That fight creates dialectics. The whole day they will fight. They will go far away from each other. They will become enemies. This means they have come now to be really polar opposites. They have moved as far away as possible. The lover starts thinking how to kill this woman. And the woman starts to think how to get rid. They have moved to the very furthest corner possible. And then again, in the evening they are making love. When they are far away, so far away, again the attraction comes. Again they look from so far away point, they feel attracted. Now they have become simply man and woman again. Not lovers. Now they are man and woman, strangers. They will fall in love again. They will come near. A point will come when they will become one for a single moment. And that will be their happiness, their joy. But the moment they have become one, the process sets again to go away. In the very moment when wife and husband are one, if you can be a witness to it, you will see you have started being separate again. The very moment the peak comes and the process starts to be different, to be separate, to be opposite. This goes on moving. Again and again you come near and go away. This is what I mean. Life creates energy through polarities. Life cannot exist. So if two lovers really become one, they disappear from life. They are liberated really. They will have no rebirth again. There will be no life in future. If two lovers can become so totally one, their love has become the deepest meditation possible. They have achieved what Buddha achieves under the Bodhi. They have achieved what Jesus achieves on the cross. They have achieved non-duality. Now they cannot exist. Existence, as we know it, is dual, dialectical. And these techniques are for you who exist in duality. So there will be many contradictions. Because these techniques are not philosophy. These techniques are meant to be done and lived. They are not mathematical formulas. They are actual life processes. They are dialectical. They are contradictory. So don't ask me to reconcile them. They are not same. They are opposite. Try to find out what is your type. Can you relax? Can you let go? Can you be in a passive movement, not doing anything? Then, all the techniques which require will are not for you. If you cannot relax, and if I say to you relax, you immediately ask me how to relax. That how shows your mind. That how shows that you cannot relax without making an effort. Even for relaxation, you need some effort. So you ask how. Relaxation is relaxation, there is no how to it. If you can relax, you know how to relax. You simply relax, there is no effort, no method. Just in the night, you go to sleep. You never ask how to go to sleep. But there are persons who have insomnia. If you say to them that I just put my head on the pillow, and it's okay, I'm asleep, they cannot believe you. And their suspicion is meaningful. They cannot believe you, you are deceiving. Because they also put their head on the pillow. They go on putting their head the whole night, nothing happens. So they are going to ask how to put the head on the pillow. There must be a secret which you are not telling them. You are deceiving, the whole world is deceiving them. Everybody says we just go to sleep, there is no how to it. There is no technology. They cannot believe you. And you cannot blame them. You say we simply put our heads, close our eyes, put off the lights, and we are asleep. They also do the same procedure. They do the same ritual. And they do it more correctly than you have ever done. But nothing happens. The light is off, they are with closed eyes, lying on their back. Nothing is happening. Once you lose the capacity to relax, then technique is needed. Then they need technique. Then without technique, they will not be able to sleep. So if you have a mind which can relax, then surrender is for you. And don't create any problems. Then simply surrender. At least half of you can do this. You may not be aware, but 50% is the possibility. Because male and feminine mind exist in a proportion. They are always 50-50. Almost 50-50. In every realm. Because a man cannot exist without a woman opposing him. There is a deep balance in nature. Do you know? 100 girls are born and 115 boys. Because boys are weaker than girls. So by the time they will be sexually mature, 15 boys will die. So 115 boys are born for 100 girls. Girls are stronger. They have more stamina, more resistance. Boys are weak. They don't have so much resistance. So 115 boys for 100 girls. Then 15 boys will die the moment they become sexually mature by the age of 14. The number will be same. For each man, a woman exists. For each woman, a man exists. Because there is an inner tension. They cannot exist. That polar opposite is needed. And the similar is the case for the inner mind also. The existence, the nature needs a balance. So half of you are feminine and can be deeply in surrender very easily. But you can create problems for yourself. You may feel that you can surrender, but you think, how I can surrender? You may feel that your ego may be hurt. You become afraid of surrendering. Because it has been taught to you. Be independent. Remain independent. Don't lose yourself. Don't give your control to someone else. Always be in control. This has been taught. These are taught difficulties. So when you can feel that you can surrender, but then other problems arise which have been given to you by society, culture and education. And they create problems. If really you feel surrender is not for you, then forget it. It is not to be worried about. Then put all your energy in effort. So these are the two extremes. One, if you are a really feminine mind, you have nowhere to go. There is no goal, no God to be achieved, no future heaven, nothing. Don't be in any hurry now. Remain true to the moment. And all that can be achieved by the male mind through hurry, effort, you will achieve here and now without any effort. Right now you are at the goal, if you can relax. The male mind will have to run round about and round about. Unless it is tired completely, then it falls down. Only then it can relax. Aggression, effort, endeavor are necessary for the male mind to be exhausted. When that exhaustion happens, then it is possible for it to relax and to surrender. That surrender will come only in the end. For the feminine mind, it is always in the beginning. You reach to the same happening, but the ways to reach are different. So when I said yesterday, don't waste time, I have said it to the male mind. If I said that be in a hurry and create such an emergency that your total energy and being becomes pinpointed, concentrated, only in that concentrated effort your life will become a flame. But this is for the male mind, masculine mind. For the feminine mind, relax and you are already a flame. Because of this, you have Mahavir, you have Buddha, you have Jesus, Krishna, Ram, Zarathustra, Moses, but you don't have a similar list of women. Not because women have not achieved such a state of mind, they have achieved, but their ways are different. And this whole history has been regarded by men. And man can understand only masculine mind. Man cannot understand the feminine mind. That's the problem. It is really very difficult. A man cannot understand that a woman can achieve just by being a simple housewife, something which a Buddha achieves so difficult, so arduous. Cannot. Impossible. How to conceive it? That just being a housewife, living moment to moment, enjoying moment to moment, just near and here and now, and not bothering about anything else, no goal, no spirituality, just loving the children, loving the husband, just being an ordinary woman, but blissful. No need to make such arduous effort as a Mahavir is making. 12 years of long arduous effort. But men will appreciate Mahavir because he can appreciate effort. If you achieve a goal without the effort for man, it is not worth. He cannot appreciate it. He can appreciate someone attending a Hillary, reaching to the Everest. Not because Everest is worth, but because so much effort is needed and so dangerous. And if you say that you are already on the Everest, he will laugh. Because Everest is not meaningful, the effort to reach it. The moment Everest becomes easy to reach, for masculine mind, all attraction is lost. There is nothing to be achieved on the Everest. When Hillary and Tenzin reach there, nothing is to be achieved. But such a glory, masculine mind feels. When Hillary reached, I was in a university. All the professors were just thrilled. One woman professor, I asked her, what do you say about Hillary and Tenzin who have reached? She said, I cannot understand why so much. So fuss about it. What is the point? What have you gained by reaching there? Even reaching to the market in a shop would have been better. For a feminine mind, it is useless. Going to the moon, why such danger? No necessity.